Hey, good morning, seventh grade. Um, Good to see you out here. Happy Friday. I know you're looking forward to the weekend. And so I'm just going to add another little piece here to our study of integers. So we're in section 11.3, which starts on page 488. And so as you're looking at that, and it's talking about addition. So we're adding integers. All right? And so here's a couple of different things that they show you that can help you. A couple of different ways to think about integers and adding integers, especially right here at first. Okay? So when it's new to you. And so one of the things that they do is, if you're looking at page 488, is they're talking about, and they're using two different colors, all right, and they're using black and red. And so they're using this kind of as a picture, and so they've got a box divided into two pieces, and the box on the right is positives, and the box on the right or left is negatives. So they're using black to represent positives and red to represent negatives. All right? And so if you'll notice, if they have a problem here, like they have, they've done a couple of different ones here. Let's do the first one here. So we start off, and we have, for this one problem, it's 2 plus 6. So we'll put 2 black dots there, and then we put 6 more black dots, and then notice that we don't have any red dots. So that would be 2 plus 6. And then if I count here, altogether, I have 8. So that's not too tough. You know that 2 plus 6 is 8 for a long time. All right? But let's see. So the second one they do oops. The second one they do is they have a negative 2, so we'll put 2 red dots plus a negative 6. So we'll put 6 more red dots. And then we don't have any positive dots. We don't have any positives. So that one is the problem. Negative 2 plus, and then notice they put in parentheses, the negative 6. Now, the only reason they do that is, without the parentheses, you'd have a plus sign and a minus sign right next to each other. So putting the parentheses around it is just showing you this is a negative 6, and we're adding that to a negative 2. All right? So that's that problem. Now, if we had, they don't show it here, but let's just go ahead and do this one. We'll do our own. So we have our positives there and our negatives there. And I want to do negative 2 plus 6. Okay? So, we're going to start off with a negative 2. So we'll put 2 reds there. And then we'll add in here 6 positives. Okay? Now, when we put those together, here's one of the things for you to think about. Okay? Positives and negatives are opposite. All right? And so just like, let's say you're doing tug of war, and you had these 2 teams on either side of the rope, and both teams start pulling. They're pulling opposite directions, and they're pulling the same amount. Now, if they were pulling the same amount in opposite directions, what would happen to the rope? Now, if you've ever done that, you know that it doesn't move. Now, does that mean they're not pulling? No. It just means that these opposites canceled each other out or nullified each other. All right? It doesn't mean they're not there. It just means that they've been nullified, canceled out. Same way if you were pushing. Because if you were pushing against each other and you were pushing the same amount, well, you're pushing in opposite directions, your hands wouldn't move. Okay? Doesn't mean that you're not pushing. Just means that the effect has been canceled out. So, it works the same way here. So, I have a positive here and a negative. I have a pair. Okay? One of each. And so, those 2 are canceled out. And then I have another positive and another negative together. They cancel each other out. So you look and see what's left. And there are 4 positives left. So that is the answer to that addition problem. A negative 2 plus 6 is a positive 4. Okay? Now, the other way, over on page 489, the other way is using a number line. And so, remember what I said the other day. If not, I'll refresh your memory. But let's make our number line. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Lovely. Negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10. Okay? So, I don't know if you remember from the other day, but we were doing a little bit when we were comparing integers, which one was smaller. And so, if you remember, I showed you that if you're moving to the right on the number line, okay, then that's getting bigger. And another way to say it is that that is in a positive direction. Okay? And going the other direction, you're getting smaller, and that's going in a negative direction. So, okay? So when you're adding something, if you're adding a positive, you're going to go in the positive direction. If you're adding a negative, you're going to go in the negative direction. So, taking a look at this same problem here, all right? So, and what they're showing you is, start at 0, and you go to that place. So that's -2. So then I'm adding a +6. So in positive direction is that way. All right? So I'm starting from here. And I'm going to go 6 that direction. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I went from 0 to -2, went from -2, 6 spaces, and that's a +4. Okay? So there's several examples of that on this next page. And you take the time to look at the examples. Don't just immediately jump to the assignment. Okay? Do a few more. And, you know, I would suggest that you do them on your paper, do them both ways, even if it only asks for one way. Okay? So, for instance, on this one, if that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, okay? And so notice, I'm starting off with a -2, so I start at 0, and I go to -2, that's -2. Let's see, I'm going to have to add some more here. -7, -8, -9. Okay, so now watch. I'm adding a -6, and negative direction is to the left. So I'm starting here at -2, and I'm going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm right there at -8. Okay? And this would just be the opposite way. I'd go from 0 to a +2, and then I'm adding a +6, so I still go in the positive direction, and I would wind up at +8. All right, hope that helps you. So your assignment there is page 491, the evens. All right, and hope that helps you, and that this doesn't cause you a whole bunch of problems. Again, it's new, and you're used to just adding positive numbers, so your brain might try to play some tricks on you. All right? That's why it's not a bad idea to, for right now, draw the boxes and the dots, okay, and do the number line. After you've done that a little bit, then it kind of starts clicking, and your brain can switch from adding positives to adding whatever, okay, without it playing some tricks on you. So take care. Hope the rest of your day is good. Hope you have a blessed weekend. And we'll either see you Monday out on Video Land, or we'll see you Monday in the classroom. All right? Take care.